guys, welcome back to Mariah's Soapbox. Today I have a legend in the building, someone I have known for over 10 years. Almost 15, would you say?
Almost.
I think 15. I met her when I was 13. I'm now 27. Don't tell nobody. So yeah, almost 15 years. So she's just an amazing person. She is one of my married friends, which will make so much sense later today on this video because we are talking about love languages, y'all. The summer is almost over. And some of y'all already get wives, me already, to be in cuffing season, but we need to give y'all the right tools to know how to communicate while you're in cuffing season. But my girl and I are gonna get you right. Sheena, tell us about yourself, your Instagram, Twitter, what you do.
Okay, so I am Sheena. I am the owner of Star Studio Charlotte. I am a hairstylist, makeup artist, a bridal consultant. I also own my own makeup line. I just started this collection called Sheena's Collection. So if you are on Instagram, you can follow that collection. Please support Sheena's Collection on Instagram only at this time. However, if you are interested in purchasing anything, you can go to my website, www.sheenaandco.com. And I am not on Twitter, however.
I'm not either, but I might get on there one day.
Maybe, yes. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm a Twitter person because
I don't know either.
I don't know. Me either. Like, I don't have that much to say. But, however, on Facebook, you can find the Star Studio Charlotte site as well as on Instagram, Star Studio CLT. And those are my plugs. So you guys look out for me.
Make sure you definitely don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe this video. This video, subscribe to Mariah's Soapbox because this year is about to be lit.
Yeah.
But today we are here to discuss love languages, y'all, because a lot of times relationships end before they even should or need to because people fail to communicate and really truly know their partner. So you think you're feeding your partner what they really need and what they want, but that's just what you like to give, and that's not what they like to receive. So have you ever heard of the 5 Love Languages book?
Yes.
So the author, I want to let y'all know, is Gary Chapman.
Yes.
So how long ago did you hear about the book?
So it's probably been about 2 years because me and my husband, we actually went to counseling and we learned about it there, but we learned about it with premarital counseling as well. So when you're getting married, it's good, I think, to take or get premarital counseling because it also helps you. It opens up questions that actually in a relationship you probably won't even ask or haven't asked.
Or too afraid to maybe ask.
True that.
You need that third party kind of intersect and say, these are scary questions to ask, but scary questions lead to longevity, so I feel like it's necessary.
Yeah.
So can you name the 5 love languages?
Yeah, I think I can. So words of affirmation.
Yes.
Physical touch.
Yes.
Gifts.
Like it, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
One you do a lot. Oh, you already named that one. Words of affirmation.
I
said
know,
physical touch. You said what else? Gifts.
Gifts. Oh my gosh. Why am I?
One you do a lot too.
When I do a lot.
You don't talk about it, you be about it.
Acts of service.
Yes.
And then it's always like this when I get to these because I know. Acts of service. Gifts.
My favorite one.
Your favorite.
What you doing, Sheen?
Quality time. Quality time.
Quality time.
That's right.
I feel like that's 80% of America's favorite language because, clearly you gotta have quality time to even figure out whether or not you want to be in a situationship, relationship, or anything. So yes, we have a little game, guys. Now that Sheena has told you, it is words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts. And I want people to let that stereotype go that just because if yours is receiving gifts, it doesn't just mean that you're money hungry or you just want stuff all the time. That's just how you know how to communicate when you're in a relationship.
Right.
So we have a little game here.
Okay.
Have something under this table, guys, here. I have all 5 of the love languages in here.
I don't got to demonstrate that.
And I just want you to pick 3 and you need to give me an example of each one.
Okay.
So here you go.
So there's 1.
Okay.
2. 3.
Okay, so she got her 3. So I want you to open them up and show people and tell them what you have.
Okay, so I have acts of service. Can y'all see that?
Acts of service.
Am I doing all three?
Just tell them which ones, and you have to give an example.
Okay. And then I have gifts.
Give.
Oh Jesus, physical touch.
Physical touch.
Oh shoot now.
Some ladies here, so you can remember each one. So give us an example of maybe one that you like, or one that you think people can integrate into their relationship.
Okay, so
You can
one that I like. Okay. So the I mean, acts of service, I've learned in my marriage that it really matters. Because a lot of times as a single woman or man, depending on who you are and how you are, a lot of things you get comfortable with doing yourself.
Yes.
So sometimes you have to open up to either allowing your partner to take the initiative and do those things, or if you aren't the type of person that just does, then you have to learn as that that significant other to actually do. So it's not always on that person to tell you when to do it. I think acts of service, you have to think about that other person. So as an example, I want to say something like, we had an issue with taking out the trash. I don't like to take out the trash. I think that's something that the man should do. Well, it wasn't really a big issue for him to do it. However, with us having a son, he thought that he wanted to give my son a duty as far as a chore to take the trash out. Yes.
I like that.
We didn't communicate about it. So one day, I'm like, why you didn't take the trash out? Like any other time, you take the trash out.
Oh, Lord.
Those to me are acts of service, sir. I need you to go ahead and take care of your business. So we got into it a little bit, but however, it was just a communication thing. So that's another thing. You gotta communicate. So clearly communicate, because sometimes you think you got it and you don't really. Yeah, you're not clear. But acts of service can be a lot of things, but for us, it's I mean, we have many things that I can talk about, but I'm not gonna babble on about all the acts of service.
Well, you get whatever example you need to get.
You know. Okay, well, look, even if, like, let's just say, how do you feel about going to get, if your significant other didn't put gas in the car after driving it and it was on E?
That's a no-go. I need my gas to be on full when you come back with my car.
That's an act of service.
Okay. Acts of service.
Okay. So
I was nice enough to let you
all
use
of that.
it. Yes. Bring it back on F.
That matters. That matters, guys, and it matters. So, I mean, if we were to think about us as women, acts of service for guys, I believe would be just making sure that they have a cooked meal after being at work all day.
Right.
That's an act of service, I think, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And you know, laundry too, but I got a disclaimer, and my husband know what that is. I ain't even gonna put you out there, boo, if you see this.
Oh yeah.
That's between me and him. But however, you know, ladies, if they want their laundry done, that could be an act of service too.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's real.
Okay,
well, she got over here.
I'm gonna go with gifts next and leave the best.
I like a gift. Okay.
Yes.
Pull up some house with a gift, edible arrangement.
Yes.
You know, a little bouquet of flowers, little outfit for the weekend.
Yes, please.
Bring food to my job because I'm always hungry.
Right. I'm definitely with you. Like, those are the things that I love. Bring me food. That's one.
Your husband, yeah, her husband. I met her when I was 13. Her husband's been bringing her food since I have met her, literally.
Oh,
so
God. No, he didn't bring me no food now.
He did. He brought you Subway back there.
Back then, he used to bring it all the time. Now I'm working and we live in, so
she got the ring now. So
yeah, I guess that's what it is. I guess that's what it is. But yeah,
What's your favorite gift?
Favorite gift, man. Oh my God. So he's really good at gifting. And surprises is not really always something that he does. However, when it's time to gift, he gifts. So whenever it's something that I might have been talking about, it'd be big gifts. Gift. Whenever it's something I might have been talking about, he'll be like listening, and I don't think that he's listening. However, he'll get exactly what I might have said. Right. So like my 2-year anniversary, I know this man was really, I was showing him rings and he's just like, I want to see, I mean, no. I was showing him rings and our 2-year anniversary, he ended up gifting me a new ring. I'll post that.
Love, y'all.
And I'm like, wait, where did this come from?
You said you wanted it. Get your man that listen, y'all.
I didn't. All I did was show him different ones. I didn't ask
y'all by us showing is saying this is what I want.
That's exactly what he said. So I think that he's a great listener, and that's the one thing that I like about him is when he gives big. So.
Gives big. I like that.
So physical touch. Physical touch is.
I gotta drink my wine on that one.
It is definitely being affectionate, being able to know your partner's physical touch habits is a really good thing to know, because you'll know when you're overstepping or when you're not. You know what I mean? Good key. As well as too, you know, being comfortable with if you're out in public, is that person PDA? Like are they open to that? And if not, you'll know. You know, so stuff like that. But I think that just learning the 5 love language alone before marriage is a good thing, because you'll actually know what your partner likes. So, and that's actually my husband's favorite. So that's his love language.
Are you like a hand holder when you're in the mall? You see those couples in the mall be like holding hands and swinging in front of Ross. Like, are you one of those, or what are you?
So I'm not really a hand holder, but we made, like, I remember we did it before in Walmart. It was just random. But no, I mean, my husband, that's his. So he's more like the type that'll grab me around the neck or the hip, or, you know, maybe touch my butt. I don't know, you know. With me, I'm more like laid back. So I'll just go with the flow.
Right. I don't know. I don't think I'm a hand holder in Walmart type of chick. You know, it kind of runs me away a little bit. Gotta work on that. But hey, if you know that's what they want, then that's what they want, and I'm gonna give it.
Right.
So that was your last one.
That was my last.
So what is your love language? We discussed, you know, examples of love languages and her husband and what he pretty much likes. But like, what is your love language?
So mine is actually, and I will say this. In a marriage, your love language, or in a lifetime, your love language changes over time. So I think as we were growing into our relationship, I was more of the one that wanted more gifts than anything. And then, you know, and I was more on the physical touch side. And then now it's gotten to be like more of I think for me now it's quality time and words of affirmation will never change. I've always wanted the words of affirmation, because I'm the one who always gives. You
always definitely give words of affirmation.
Those are mine.
I don't know. I realized my love language by my complaints. So if I always say, hey, like, I want this, I want that, like, I feel like my top love languages are acts of service. So like, you know, words of affirmation is cool, you know, ooh, I love you, you're great, but I need some action behind that love. Like, you love me, show you love me. If you miss me, show you miss me, pull up on me, you know?
Right.
So it's like quality time and acts of service. Like, basically, show me you're here, show me you want to be here, show me that you do love me, or show me that you do care and, you know, want to see the best for me. So acts of service, hey, you know, your grass needs to be cut, let me cut your grass, or hey, you know, I see your couch is not put together, put it together for me, things like that.
Yes,
like, that's acts of service, because, you know, words of affirmation, oh, I love you, you're great, have a good day, which are bonuses and I think are amazing, but that's not how you cater to me. And I feel like it's important when you're in a relationship, because sometimes you can be a mate, a spouse, a girlfriend, or whatever, and you think you're doing a great job in communicating what you think your spouse or what you think your loved one needs,
right?
But the whole time that you're not catering to what they understand. So that form of communication that you're giving them is no longer working.
Yep.
Like, you keep giving words of affirmation and saying, good morning, you can do it. And they already know they can do it. They need you to do a gift, or, you know, physical touch, you know, give you a long hug after work or something like that. And I feel like by my complaints, I realized, like, hey, my love language has definitely, like you said, changed over the years.
Yes, I definitely believe in that.
And what do you feel like is your love language, your 2 top languages to give to your husband? To give,
so because I know what his love language is, it's so, like, that's one thing I need to work on. However, the one thing that I continuously give is Most of all of them, y'all, and I'm just being honest. I feel like I always give him words of affirmation. I'm always giving as much quality time as I can. The acts of services comes abundantly because that's who I am. So like things that I do like for him as far as words of affirmation is like, you know, look, this is, and I'm not always, it's not always when I'm saying words of affirmation, it's like, it's always gonna be like positive, like you got this type of thing. It's like, listen, this is what you know you need to do, and
see, I like
this is how we're gonna do it. I'm just that real. So that's how I do it. And then I also like, you know, if he's at work, you need something today, what do you, are you hungry? I'll drop off something to eat because that's something he used to do for me. So I make sure that's food. And then physical touch is like something that I think that I need to, like I said, I'm just gonna say I need to work on it.
People got stuff we need to work on, you know.
However, I think that those top ones are the ones. Yeah, acts of service, physical touch, and gifts. I
think I need to work on all of them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just say it. I need to work on all of them. I'm not gonna say that I'm not good in them. I feel like I'm good, but I feel like I can always grow with. I feel like I'm good in words of affirmation. Could do better in physical touch, quality time. I'll make time for what is wanted and needed. Gifts, I can do that.
Right.
But it's just no. We can.
Are we missing one?
Let me see. What is the acts of service? I do that. Acts of service.
Yeah.
I do that. So I feel like it's good that you're on this channel because you are someone that's married, and I feel like with, you know, love languages definitely comes communication. And this is just a question I'm thinking of today. You know, some people fail when it comes to communicating. Some people fail when it comes to proper love languages. But within a relationship or a marriage, do you feel like once you lose trust from someone that you can be rebuilt and regained within that relationship? So say your husband did something that broke your trust, or your boyfriend in the past, or someone cheated on you or neglected to communicate with you, to be truly honest. Do you feel like that is something that can be regained?
I feel like yes, if you allow it. So it's all up to the person, and that's something that if you decide to let go of the past and decide to actually move forward, even with knowing that this has happened, that's your decision. So no one can judge you on whatever your decision is. That's just who you believe to be, you know, the one for you, or whatever the case may be, is the situation that is between you and your partner. So don't ever feel like if that person cheated on you and you took them back that you're wrong. It's a wrongdoing, yes. However, you don't need to fault yourself and feel like it was your fault. Once you have forgiven someone, you just forgive them and let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Don't take them back if you plan on keep harvesting it and bringing it up every time y'all get in an argument. That's not good communication.
No.
And I feel like that's just going to set you back in a relationship. So if your spouse or someone you're dating does cheat on you and you take them back, don't keep bringing it back up, like you said.
Definitely. And I feel like in every relationship, it's just whatever you feel as though you're going to continue to deal with. I mean, a lot of us know how much we can bear. And I honestly can say, like, I wouldn't, if there was abuse or any type of, you know, any kind of abuse, because abuse can be physical, it could be mentally, emotionally, like all those things, like I just can't tolerate. So I feel like depending on the type of situation, it would definitely be up to that person. However, I don't condone abuse in any relationship. So just think about those things when dealing with a person and taking them back. That's how I feel.
Yeah. So I know when it comes to being in a relationship, each person has their own individual goals. How important do you feel like it is, knowing you for over a decade? How important do you feel that it is to have goals within a relationship together? Or to even come together and just communicate each other's personal goals and build them together and have an accountability partner?
Right. I feel like it's very important to have goals prior to as well as in your relationship. Whenever you're in a relationship, I feel like don't waste nobody's time. Figure out what you want out of the relationship and then build towards whatever the goals are for you both. I mean, who wouldn't want to build a legacy if they're looking to have children and get married? You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's just important, I think, that if you are in a relationship or in a marriage, that you definitely have goals set. Like, you want to think about those things. So for us, as an example, since I'm here, you know, we in the beginning, my husband did not have nobody goals. Okay.
Look, they can change, y'all. Y'all heard that?
Yes, Lord.
You don't have to give up on them. They
and
can
just
change.
keep on praying. That's all I'm gonna say. If they ain't got it right now, but he didn't. So I just know, like, just through the years, I'm sure with the words of affirmation and things like that, it helped him to try to, or really figure it out. And they'll get to a point where, you know, if they ain't got it together, they'll get it together on both sides. You know, it's
right.
for men and women.
If they really want you,
yeah,
definitely get it together.
Definitely. So now, you know, from him not having anything, he has days where he's like, we're talking. It's good because now we're talking about things. We're trying to figure out how we're gonna do this together, and it's not always just me. So
yes.
I love it. I love it.
I love that. So do you feel like within your relationship, by knowing your husband's love language has helped you within your relationship to grow better?
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely feel like using every part of the love language in a relationship is very important. Knowing their love languages is very important because you know how to navigate. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you already know what you're doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? So if you, if you know their love language and you're not doing that,
you just not care.
You just don't care. Exactly.
You just don't toast on that.
Right.
You just don't care. You just don't care. And then maybe in that moment you realize, are you just want to be in a relationship to say you're in one? Because relationships are all continuous work. It's not going to be easy.
Right.
Like, every relationship has bumps in the roads.
True.
Every relationship has ups and downs, but it's like, are you going to stick it out and ride on that ride until the end and have the key components of knowing your partner's love language and knowing how to communicate and be a good listener and really understand them? Or are you just going to get lazy and just be like, I'm in it because we've been here for 10 years? Because I have a lot of friends who have been in relationships for long years and they're still there because of the time. But I'm here to let y'all know, just because you've been with someone for a long time doesn't mean that y'all are meant to necessarily stay together. True. Unless you're actively working towards a better relationship.
Right. So, definitely, I think each and every day you should be working towards better in the relationship as well as yourself. Self-growth is one that you would really see when you're married in a relationship for real, because I've seen a lot of changes in me through marriage.
See, that's awesome.
Because you actually, in marriage is different than a relationship only because the commitment is a lot stronger. You know what I'm saying? So for that, you're not going to just be like, oh, if I don't want to do it, I can leave tomorrow. You can't. How? I mean, you can, but
it's a lot more work.
First of all, who's wasting money? Who's wasting money?
Like, who's wasting that cash?
So seriously, like, I think that just before even getting to the point of marriage, really, we all need to think. I mean, before I got married, both me and my husband talked to each other about how we both felt like we really didn't know if the steps that we took, if we were ready at the time. And he was man enough to, admit it, and I was just respectable. Like, for me, I respected that for him to tell me, So in the beginning, it was just like, what we gonna do?
So for people who are looking to get married or get in relationships, what are key questions or components that you feel like you look for in a mate that you pretty much need to kind of survive in this day and age,
Well, I think that in the beginning of every get to know or dating phase, you just want to date them. You want to get to know them really well, because that part is the fun part. You want to enjoy it, okay?
Yes.
So once you start to feel the love, when the love starts sinking in and okay, head over heels, I'm doing stuff crazy, I think I need to really think about, I need to think about what it is I'm doing. And really if I'm getting serious, I need to really get serious. So when it comes down to the serious part, I think that the questions you want to ask is their goals. Like, longevity is what you want to learn to be ready for. Goal-oriented people are the ones that I think make it the most because they have certain things that they want to get done. And so if you are dating someone, just make sure that they have their head on straight. I think that the questions that you can ask is not always going to be answered, so don't always go for a question. I think it's all about, like you said, acts of service, because those are the things that I was able to get, you know, in the beginning. However, everybody,
they can't say anything.
They can, yeah, and you'll be getting manipulated in a relationship. So I mean, it's a lot of things that you just have to think about when thinking, is this person the right person for me? So in the relationship, yeah, you may see in the beginning like, yeah, it's been real happy-go-lucky through the process, but when you really get down and dirty in some stuff, are you really willing to stick around? That's the question. Yeah,
like you said, just because they are a good person does not mean they're a good person for you.
Right.
We're gonna say that again. Just because someone is a good person does not mean they're a good person for you. So you can have an amazing man, an amazing woman, they're super sweet, they're doing nice things, but if they just don't feel your fancy, don't force it. I've definitely been in that situation before. Had a great guy, nice guy, but I had to really reflect, like, you know what? He ain't doing it for me. Like, this is fun for right now, but longevity-wise, it's just not what the Lord has for me. And he's not listening to all my love languages. You know, he's not understanding the acts of service and things that I really want. So, are you gonna settle for what you're not really receiving, what you need within a relationship? Or are you gonna, you know, actively let the world bring to you someone that's meant for you instead of just settling? Because you could be with a guy or a girl and you're blocking your blessings for who really meant for you.
True, that's true, that's true. I mean, and then, like you said, are you really gonna just settle for what it is, or just allow yourself to be, you know, be open? So I think you're right. I think that you got to think about the things that really matter to you. That really matter to you. And then thinking about those love languages is going to help, because when you really put that in the forefront, you actually see everything a little different. You kind of think about, okay, this is really what matters to me. And then it's like, okay, if you know, that's helping you to know what you don't want and what you do want. So, I mean, a lot of times some people feel like, oh, I don't know what I want in a person. Honestly, it's all about that love language. The only way you'll know is if you study your own. Study your love language.
Study your own,
Figure it out. Once you figure that out, you'll know if this person is going to help that need.
And vocalize that to who you're made. Like, don't leave them in the dark and expect them to know everything. You know, I have done that in the past, ain't gonna lie. But once you communicate that love language, say, hey, mine is acts of service, mine is gifts, words of affirmation, whatever. And if months go by and they're still not walking towards your love language, then y'all need another conversation, because whatever is important to you, don't let that go and go to the wayside because you want to make somebody else happy, or you don't want confrontation. Like we said, confrontation can lead to a better purpose, especially within a relationship. So. True. And make it like a game. Maybe that'll be something fun for like a little date night at the house or something. You date night game and put the 5 love languages in the bucket like Mariah. Yes, we do a little date night.
I think that'd be cute.
And y'all can read the book together. Like, I think it's awesome. Like reading a book, love language book together. So have a quick little game.
All right.
So Sheena, if you had to choose one, which one would it be? Quality time or acts of service? One. Which one?
Quality time.
Quality time. I think, for me, I said one, but I feel like it's kind of tied, because
I mean, can I tie? You ain't timid. She told me one. Didn't she?
I did tell her one.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay, what you want to do? You want to do a little tie?
Wait a minute. Yeah, can I tie it up?
Look, she can tie it up. I think I'm going to do a little tie.
Yes, I agree. That those both are some big love languages.
Those are some non-negotiables.
Those non-negotiables. You're right.
Non-negotiables. We're going to put that on the screen. Non-negotiables.
Definitely.
Like,
yes.
I want acts of service within my quality time.
Exactly.
So while we're having quality time, I need you to bring forth acts of service, what you know I like, what I want done, and I'm gonna do the same thing. But I like a certain time. You're right, girl.
Yes.
So another one is gifts, like a Louis Vuitton bag, Chanel, a trip, vacation with your mate, which can equate to quality time too. That's a gift, or physical touch. Which one?
Okay, wait, you just named all the gifts in the world.
But I'm giving an example of good gifts. Like gifts that I want. You know.
Yes, you know I want gifts.
You want gifts versus, she want gifts versus physical touch.
I mean,
yeah, we all know.
You just said acts of service.
No, you want gifts or physical touch. Which one you want?
I want both. Like, I want both. Can that be the time?
Nah, she can get. Which one? You get one.
Can that be tied?
You already tied the first one.
Hey.
You gotta choose. That's hard, right? Gifts or physical touch? Which one? You get.
No, I really don't mind. What do I want? I love gifts. However, I mean both.
It's hard. Okay, we'll let her have that one. The last one would be, what would you prefer your part? What would you, I don't know, words of affirmation or acts of service?
Acts of service, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like people really got that messed up because people can tell you anything they want to say in the world. They can tell you you're wonderful, you can fly an astronaut, I love you, you're the best girl in the world. You are the best thing that happened since sliced bread. You are the one, okay? They can tell you all of that.
Right.
But they're not bringing forth no actions to show you that that's who you really are. Even though you are that. But you need some action behind those words, okay?
Definitely.
And another question would be, okay, so you told us what your husband's love language is, but what would you prefer his love language to be?
What would I prefer it to be? I don't think I would prefer it to be any different. I think that that's a true man. Like, if it wasn't that, then I'd be questionable. Like, what the hell going on?
That's a good one. I would want mine to be quality time and words of affirmation.
You would want his to be that?
Because I love being like, whoa, you're so fine. You're so fine today, okay? You looking good today. You better have a great day, okay? I'm a cheerleader.
Oh, so you said, okay.
I like to give, yeah.
Okay,
so that's what I like to do. I don't want to receive that, but I like to give that, you know?
That's, I mean, I can do that from time to time. However, for me, I'm alright. If I was to give him more than what I give, I would include a little more to the things that I do. However, I think that since his is physical touch, I would need to do more in that. Yeah. But I don't think that I would want to change though. But his is actually quality time and physical touch. Those are his two.
So is there a love language you won't accept?
No, I would accept all of them.
I'll accept all of them, but I'm not a big fan of words of affirmation. Like people giving it to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what has gotten me to this point. I need you to show me. Like, I hate people like, oh man, I'm gonna do this.
You know what? I know why.
I'm gonna do
because
this. Why is that?
Because someone has already shown you their true colors. So
that might be it.
That has been shown to you. You just like, I'm done with that. So that's how you connect with this. I'm telling you.
That might be it.
It is so true. Because I'm like, hey, babe, what?
I don't want no words. Y'all, I do not.
She's done with that. So dudes, don't even try it.
No.
Don't try to talk her into her panties. Like, you're not getting it. It's not gonna work.
I am weak. But yeah, you're right. That might be it. Like, past experiences can definitely play into your future role, what you like or dislike within your next relationship. So I'm not a big words of affirmation, pat on the back, let's go, chippy type of human being. I'm more of a action-oriented person. So yeah, you're right about that. So we have a few tips on communication to be a good listener. I'm just gonna read off a few of them and we can discuss them if you please.
Okay.
So I feel like tips on being a good listener is observing someone's body language and listening to their feelings. So if you're telling someone like, hey, I feel like you need to work on this, you know, blah, 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 and you're doing this like on your phone texting while I'm telling you something, that's showing me that your body language is saying what you're saying is not important to me and I'm not working on communication within this relationship or understanding your love language. So, and being a good listener is definitely body language, listening to someone's feelings, like saying, you know, I understand what you're saying and this is what you just said. You said you want the trash taken out because you like acts of service. Like that's active listening, like confirming what you understood they said.
Right. Yep.
Like a little replay. And then refusing to interrupt. So if you're telling someone or someone's telling you like, hey, my love language is this, and I like this done that way, or you know, my favorite date place is going to putt-putt. But no, I like to do, you're interrupting them. You're not really letting them tell you what they like, and you can't grow and be better within that relationship. So
true.
I feel like
I think those are perfect.
Those are perfect. We all have to have, you know, work on that. And I've become a great listener within the last few years. Because in the past, hey, I would interrupt you. My point right now is more valid.
Right.
I know you're talking, but I've changed that. So
yeah.
Do you feel like
and
you've had something like that?
I feel like, okay, depending on your whatever the situation could be, if you're in a heated conversation where the person who is on the other end feels that they're right, those are the battles that you have to face where you're like, okay, listen, let me talk, let me listen to you, let me, you know, and let you talk. And that's something that we all grow through. Like, it's not going to be every time that you have a conversation that you get that, especially if you're in a heated one. So for us, we definitely got to, I mean, we're in that. So we have had our moments, and it's like, no, let me talk. However, we are talking. So like, don't ever think that an argument is not a good argument or a bad argument, because arguing is necessary. It's necessary because
it's talking,
this is how you
communicating.
feel. I mean, actually, you know, you're showing that person, this is what I really feel strong about. And if you're angry, that's why. Because you feel like whatever it is, it needs to be, you need to be heard. So I think that you guys definitely need to think about listening, active listening. Active listening and effective apologies are something that we need to take home, okay?
Don't be prideful.
Don't be.
Apologize when deemed necessary. You know you did something wrong. Don't act like what you did was right. Because now that's going to be a staple within your relationship. People remember stuff whether they say it or not. So just like actively listen and apologize. Because everybody wants to grow within a relationship. Everybody's trying to get wife. Everybody's trying to be hubbed up. Everybody's trying to grow. You know, we're getting older and the summer's almost over. Hot girl summer's almost over. Watch our last video. But yeah, I think those are super important. We have a few questions that you can ask yourself. Are you a good listener? Do you make eye contact when you're talking to someone and when you're listening to someone? Because it's nothing like me talking and you looking at the ground while I'm talking to you.
Right.
That is just so disrespectful. It's just like, I don't want to hear nothing you're saying right now. What you're saying is not valid or important. So how are you supposed to grow that way? Ask, is there something that you can do that will be helpful? Like, okay, you expressed this to me. On my end, is there something I can do helpful to better our relationship? You know? I feel like always asking what you can do on your side instead of telling somebody else what they can do is new and needed. So, and the last one is, or do you just start doing random stuff while people are trying to communicate? Are you an active avoider? Like, do you not really want to talk about what's going on because you're afraid to have hard dialogue and conversation, healthy conversation, or are you someone that just texting? You know, we have to get out of that if we want to grow within our relationship. And I feel like the 5 love languages is not only just good for a soulmate, a spouse, but it's also good within friendships, business. You know, if your boss, you know how to communicate with your boss in a certain way, they are words of affirmation, but not acts of service, then you'll be able to get along further within your career as well. But like, today was amazing.
Me too.
Thank you so much for coming.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Definitely fun to have a married friend to get amazing advice from. Definitely think that love languages has always been something important to me, and I think for her too. You've always been a goal-oriented person, and you like to talk about things just as much as I do. And make sure you guys, if you have not yet, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video, this channel, Mariah's Soapbox. Please do not forget to follow me on my personal Instagram, Mariah_live5, and my travel page, Mariah's Travel Guide_. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching. And thank you for being a special guest. Clap it up for her. We are just so appreciative, and we'll see you guys later. Bye. Did you show us any of your lines today? Did you bring the camera?
So I can't prepare y'all. So I brought my collection. The palette is here, and then the lashes, they come in a little compact for you to store the lashes. Like when you want to take them off, ladies, you know how it gets. Like when you take them off, for me, it's bad. It's bad. It's so bad. Let me tell y'all. So I'm gonna be real quick because I know Mariah got a little more to do and talk about on here, but I'm gonna tell y'all a secret because I'm another thing about me, I'm filthy. However, I had the baddest habit of taking my lashes off when I get in bed and be like, oh shoot, let me just take it off. And lay them on the side of my bed, like on the stand, right? So one night, my husband, I don't know if it was like he sat down on the bed when he went to work or what. However, why he had one of the lashes on his back at work and it fell off. So the lady at the job was just like, what is that? They thought it was a bug, y'all. So listen, we gotta do better, ladies. I don't know.
You gotta do better.
Listen, if I'm like that, I don't know how many others can feel me, but look, we got the compact now, so you can put your lashes right back in here.
Open it up, let's see.
Yeah, let me let you open it so that people can see.
Let's see, okay. I'm hiding this because y'all know I
In the front.
I can be a little slow.
Wait, right there. Look.
Oh, like right here.
And show them it comes with a
mirror.
mirror.
This is so pretty, y'all. I love this.
Yes.
These are so cute.
Yes, so they're all mink lashes.
Brunch ready.
Definitely. All mink lashes, they're lightweight. When you put them on, you hardly feel them. You know, a lot of lashes can feel really heavy when you got like multiple wispies on them or whatever. Yes. They're very lightweight. That's what I love about them. I was very specific about how I wanted the collection to be. So if you are wanting to get more details, you can go on my website and check it out, as well as looking at it on the site. It has the colors of the palette as well. If you want to open it, you can.
Let's see. Let's open this. We're gonna do a full commercial at the end now. Let's get to it. Because I want a palette. Let's see. Oh, this is pretty. This goes with my little outfit.
Yes.
Ooh.
And I love the glitters. Like the glitters really pop. When you put it on, it's like glowing at night. Okay, so. Yes.
I like the colors, seriously, like the concept we did. Like,
I've been playing with them a lot, so I really can't wait to do more so that people can see. You also can follow me on Makeup and Mimosas. That's the actual page that I just started for makeup artists in the city and anywhere else around the world that can connect, and we actually show you guys how to do makeup, and we do live tutorials, so you just have to look out for the dates. We also do in studio hands-on learning, so a lot of times if you're in the city and we do a pop-up, you can just join us and purchase a ticket to attend live Makeup and Mimosas. So we have our mimosas and you learning how to put makeup on. So